There's a file in a school district in North Carolina that describes a boy named Marcus as follows: limited academic potential, poor impulse control, unlikely to complete secondary education. That file was written in 1994. Marcus was 9 years old. He is 39 today. He runs a company that employs 47 people. But that is not why I'm telling you his story. I'm telling you his story because of what happened in between. Marcus grew up in a household held together by his grandmother, a woman named Edna, who worked 2 jobs and raised 4 grandchildren because their parents, for various reasons, none of them simple, could not. Edna was a force of nature. She was the embodiment of resilience, juggling jobs as a waitress and a cleaning lady while keeping the household running. The home was modest, filled with the sweet aroma of home-cooked meals and the laughter of children, but it was also a battleground of challenges. Edna was not educated. She did not have resources. But she had 2 things that turned out to matter more than either. She had love, and she had refusal. She refused to believe what the school said about Marcus. She refused to accept that a piece of paper could define her grandson's future. "You are not what a piece of paper says you are," she told him with fierce conviction. "You are what God put in you." Those words rang in Marcus's ears like a mantra, a shield against the harsh judgments of the world. Marcus was dyslexic, severely, though it wouldn't be formally diagnosed until he was 16, after years of being called lazy, slow, troublesome. Reading felt like trying to decode a language that rearranged itself while he watched. The letters danced on the page, and the words seemed to mock him. It was as if he was trying to navigate a maze without a map. Math was different. Numbers stayed still. Numbers made sense. They were a language he could understand, a tool he could wield. His early school years were fraught with difficulty. He failed 2 grades and got into fights. Every day was a struggle against a system that seemed to want to push him aside rather than help him up. He spent more time in the principal's office than in class, a young boy lost in a world that didn't know how to reach him. At 13, he was caught breaking into a neighbor's car. Not to steal, he will tell you this with complete seriousness, but because the car had broken down, and he had watched the owner struggle with the engine for 3 days. Marcus had a knack for fixing things. It was as if he could hear the car's silent cries for help. The neighbor, a retired mechanic named Bill, pressed no charges. Instead, he offered Marcus a job. Every Saturday for the next 3 years, Marcus worked in Bill's garage. There, amidst the grease and the smell of gasoline, Marcus found a sense of belonging. Bill became a mentor, a father figure who recognized Marcus's potential when everyone else had overlooked it. Bill taught him the language of engines, how to listen to the rhythm of a car's heartbeat. Marcus devoured it. He could diagnose a problem by sound before he touched anything. Bill told people he had never seen anything like it. At 16, the dyslexia diagnosis finally came. It was a moment of revelation, a key that unlocked a door Marcus had thought was forever closed. With it came tutors, accommodations, and strategies that began to change his life. The reading never became easy. It was still a struggle. But for the first time, Marcus understood that the difficulty lay in the wiring of his brain, not in his worth as a person. He graduated high school at 18? Barely. But he graduated. He enrolled in a community college vocational program, a turning point that would pave the way for his future. He finished with honors, proving to himself and to the world that he was more than the labels that had been placed upon him. In his 20s, he worked for various companies, a dealership, an independent shop, a fleet service company. He was always the person people called when no one else could figure it out. It was during this time that Marcus developed a reputation for being a problem solver, a fixer. His colleagues began to rely on him, not just for his technical skills, but for his tenacity and determination. At 31, he took out a small business loan and opened his own shop. It felt like a dream come true, a culmination of years of hard work and perseverance. But at 33, he faced a harsh reality. The location was bad, the timing was bad, and the margins were unforgiving. He lost everything he had put into it, a crushing blow that left him reeling. But Marcus did not quit. He went back to working for someone else, determined to learn from his mistakes. He knew that failure was not the end. It was just a stepping stone on the path to success. At 35, he tried again. This time, he had a different location, better systems in place, and a business partner named Angela. Angela was not just a numbers person. She was a confidant who believed in Marcus's vision and trusted him completely with everything else. That shop is now a regional operation with 3 locations, a testament to resilience and teamwork. But here is the part of the story that matters most to Marcus. Every year, he partners with the local school district to offer paid apprenticeships to students who are struggling, students who are labeled, written off, and redirected toward futures that don't match their potential. He sees them the way Bill saw him. His heart beats for these kids, and he understands the importance of believing in someone when the world has chosen to doubt them. He has hired 11 of them full-time since the program started. Each one carries a piece of his story, a flicker of hope that he can ignite within them. He sees the potential in their eyes, the same potential that was once hidden behind his own struggles. He keeps the school file, the one from 1994, the one that called him unlikely. It's framed on the wall in his office, not out of bitterness, but out of something harder to name. Proof, maybe, or reminder, that the people who decide what we are capable of are often the least qualified to make that judgment. It serves as a daily reminder of how far he has come and how far others can go if given the opportunity. His grandmother, Edna, passed away in 2019. She was 84, a life well lived, filled with love and determination. He closed all 3 shops for the day of her funeral. It was a testament to the impact she had on his life. He gave the eulogy, standing before a room full of people whose lives she had touched. He spoke about what she had refused to believe about him and what that refusal had made possible. He said, "She never had a lot, but she gave me the one thing that turns out to be worth more than anything else. She gave me the belief that I was worth betting on." Those words echoed in the room, resonating with everyone present. Half the room was crying, the other half was nodding in recognition. Because most of us have had someone like that, or have been desperate for one. Someone who looked past our flaws and saw our potential. Someone who believed in the dreamer beneath the struggles. If you have ever been told you are too much, or not enough, or unlikely, Marcus would like you to hear something. Those words belong to the person who said them, not to you. You get to decide what you are. You have not finished becoming it yet. Leave a comment below. Tell us who believed in you. Or tell us what you're building in spite of everyone who didn't. We want to hear it. This is Untold Chronicles. Real people, real stories, real hope.